Hey there, friends. Hope you're doing well. So I did some AFKing with letting the villagers breed and get some more villagers. And, well, things kind of went a little off the rails when I tried to separate and get ones that I wanted out, and then they started breeding in here, which is fine, I guess. Except now it's just a little bit extra annoying to maneuver things. So I've been messing around with moving them and stuff. The problem that I'm having right now is the fact that when you eject, well, let's grab one and I'll show you. Excuse me, good sir. All right, thank you. Okay. So, when you eject one from the cart, they don't instantly go to like the right. The game seems to search for any sort of solid block, and it'll even toss them like out here. So is this one that I actually want to keep? Ooh, it is. Alright, so. And here's a villager with paper, which I did grab some sugarcane that I'm going to be planting and making a grand old farm. When we break this, if we get rid of this and that, we're going to see if 2 blocks is enough to make the villager pop out where I want them to. Maybe. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Alright, cool. So it looks like you just need to really cover all the spaces. So I'll show you what happens when I try to do this with minimal coverage. Hopefully it's not one that I really want. Barnacle. Perfect. Okay. Villagers. Why do you bounce? My friend. Alright, well, let's just do this. Well, we'll do... hang on. Nope. There you go. Okay. Alright, there you go. So if we just do this, for example, say if we keep those... this one that I also want? No, I don't care. Alright, so if we just, for example, put 1 block around, does that... okay, so yeah, that just keeps them right there. The villager went on vacation. They had some sick days they wanted to use up. Alright. I guess if doors are just on the premises, it registers as a village, and then if there's 2 of them together, they just breed like crazy. Seriously? Well, that makes things easier. Jeez. So there is a design by PS Perspective for an iron farm that I'll probably use. I want to get one built, and then I can kind of finagle different ways to improve it or change the area of it and maybe try my hand at my own. But at least this way I can get iron coming in, and I can have some more fun with hoppers, which will be very nice, especially with the next update being redstone. And also, activator rails would come in clutch right now. So one thing I need to do, or figure out what I can do, is get a okay system for getting the villagers bred and grabbed. But I don't think there's really a simple way to do it right now. Because there's not like there's not a way to lure the baby villagers out, like in the newer versions with beds. So I don't know. The only thing I can think of is water. So you can put it on a timer. So when hoppers and such get in the game in the next update, I could do a timer for that and basically just have the water run every now and then to get them to be pushed to a certain area, and then babies will fall through and then be funneled into an area for me to grab. That's the only thing I can think of. And there are dispensers in the game right now, except I think they're only in jungle temples. So if I wanted to get 8 or 12 or how many I needed, I would need to raid quite a few jungle temples. Because I can't craft them. I've tried. So I think the next game plan is I want to set up a sugarcane farm. I want to make a pretty decent sized one for the simple fact that, well, paper is going to be a solid trade right now. And if I can get the wheat guy, that is going to be my main emerald maker for trading with the villagers. And I've gotten this side entirely wheated, and this side started about halfway. So, next up is to, well, I wonder if, say for example, you put the doors all underground, would they still register as a village? Or not? So we're gonna have to experiment with a few things. I may have to take a couple villagers a ways away and experiment, that way it doesn't interfere with these guys. But I'm assuming if you have villagers and just a bunch of doors, you can essentially have them breeding for a while. Alright, so let's work on a couple things. Get this area figured out. And maybe do some experimentation if... No, you're not going to be. Damn it. So I've been mulling about here trying to figure out exactly what I want to work on first. Now the thing that I'm going to need is iron, due to the fact of, well, I want to do a sugarcane farm, and my idea for sugarcane is a lot of pistons. Pretty sure that's pretty much any sugarcane farm. I would like to try some redstone-ness with them. And to do that, well, I was messing about over here to try and figure out if, well, there's some sort of consistency to where the sugarcane might fall out, but there doesn't seem to be. It just kind of goes wherever. You know, like there. So if we put one up here, well that... Okay, that's better. I think the only issue that I can really see because the best option would be to Minecraft with a hopper in it, but that's not out until 1.5. So I'm trying to figure out the most efficient or best way to get them with just letting gravity take its hold. What I'm currently seeing is... Okay, so we'll lose occasionally on the sides here. But does it go more often than not? I'm going to guess about 50-50. So I may not worry about the sugarcane until a bit later, as far as automatic. Because the best idea would be to go for, with the minecart with the hopper in it, to have it run underneath them, and basically do like double duty. So just in case anything falls on here, they will get picked up and still taken where the rest will get taken. And then for that, yeah, so that would be a later project, but I can just do like a giant field of sugarcane to really get the sugarcane, because I have not a farmer, a villager with 24 paper trade, which I traded up to 11 books, which is not a great trade, because I don't really have a nice way to get bookshelves. And you have Bottle O Enchanting, and I really enjoy having that for in the future when I am mending. So, I still have yet to get... the golem gives a rose. That's adorable. I feel mildly bad for killing them with lava, but... I think the first thing that we need to figure out is where to put the iron farm. Because it's going to be fairly large. They are not small in the early days. So we'll put it up in the sky quite a bit. I need to watch his video about exactly how to do it, because he has a full tutorial on it, which is great. And I can at least understand the mechanics. The basics that I know at the moment is a simple fact that you need a lot of doors and villagers. And moving villagers right now is really annoying. More so than in the current updates. So I need to grab quite a bit of stone brick, and on top of that, need to do some measuring and figuring out. Because if I'm going to build this up in the sky, that's gonna be painful. What I'll probably do is have it just above the village. That way it's all in one area. And, well, since I already have the area fenced off, I don't need to worry about protecting it as much in the future. So, what we're going to do is, well, start doing some measuring, and I need to grab a lot of stone brick, which is going to be interesting, because I don't know if I have enough. Well, I don't have enough stone brick, but I'll just have to do a lot of smelting. Now, technically what I could do is just wait until 1.5 to make this easier on myself, because that's when activator rails come in and everything like that. However, I want to do it before that, just so I can, like, feel the pain, I guess. Technically I could do it in 1.5, but then wait, or just not use certain things to really feel the pain. But, you know, I just want to feel the pain now, that way I don't have that temptation. So what we're gonna do is, I'll probably have to destroy some of these houses. Well, maybe not. I need to figure out the height distance. I'm gonna cast a big shadow over the village, though. That's gonna be mildly annoying. But I'm not too concerned. Simply because, well, we're pretty much just gonna come here for villagers and iron, so. And then in the future, we'll bring a few of the villagers over to the main base, and we can do some fun with them there. But I'm going to get to collecting the stuff and figuring out exactly how much of everything I'll need. And probably try and keep trading in between and hoping I get the wheat villager back. I still don't know what happened. I did learn that they tend to disappear when they're sitting in minecarts. I don't know why, but they tend to disappear. So, with that said, I'm going to get to collecting and gathering and measuring and figuring out exactly where things need to go. And I'll bring you back with an update when I got some things done, hopefully. Oh, and I have both sides of the field planted, so it's pretty cool when it runs. It's a lot of wheat. It's pretty nice. I think it's almost 9 stacks a week. 9 stacks of wheat. I can't talk. So, gonna get to the iron farm, and hopefully have that done today. Hopefully. Or I won't, and I'll just cry. Either way. Alright. Let's go. While I was building up the iron farm, I decided to hop into a creative world and just build it there to see exactly what I'm in for. It seems to be working. It's very slow, which I'm not sure if that's normal for iron farms back in 1.4, but I'm trying to find notes on the like spawning conditions and everything for golems back then, but there's no real concrete deals, minus a few Reddit threads and stuff like that. So far from what I know is that you need the village, so that's all the doors. You need the villagers, which I think every 16 villagers basically creates 1 golem. Now, in here I have 32, so in theory there should be 2 golems that are able to be spawned. Well, it's every 16 villagers for every 40 doors, something like that. So far I've only been seeing 1 golem at the time. So I don't think that I have enough doors somehow, even though in the video I was watching, he built it minus the doors in the back there, and he was getting 2 golems at a time. I'm not exactly sure, but getting 1 is still good. It's iron that I don't have to think about, which is nice. The other option is to copy this 57 blocks in the other direction, and then have them meet up in the middle and have the killing chamber here. The only thing that I looked up and saw was that if the golems die when the player is nearby to lava or whatever, it takes them 3 minutes to make another one. Which I timed that. It didn't give me a set block distance for nearby. So I'm not exactly sure the distance that you need to be away. And yeah, the only other option for speeding it up is either to go really, really high, or go the distance. Which I think we may have to just go the distance. Except I'll have to change some things in the current Let's Play, because where I have it set up right now, it's not very cohesive to that idea. But yeah. So it's, or you may just go to a completely different area on the map, go to like the big ocean, and build it there. Because that way I won't have to worry about anything else. Although getting villages over there is going to be a pain, so weighing the pros and cons. But I've been messing around with this for probably about a half hour, if not a bit more. Trying to space out the distance. So far we're about 27, 28 blocks away from the villagers, and I thought that might reduce the time that they need to spawn if it's killed by a lava blade, but I'm guessing that it's a 3-minute duration no matter what. But I'm just trying to figure out why the second one isn't spawning. But I don't know why. I could break these doors, but more doors is usually a good thing. But I'm kind of confused, but it's going to be a lot of trial and error. Now the farm is actually built. However, I have honestly no idea if it's actually going to work. The only difference from the tutorial that I followed was I added a couple more pods for the villagers on the sides. But I don't think that's really going to change anything. Instead of having 32 villagers crammed in one area, they're just spread out. So I put 2 in each and just letting them breed over time, so it'll be a while before the actual farm would be functioning. But currently, what happens is the golems fall down there, and they fall right in line with the wheat and everything. So it just comes out right there, and if things actually go well, it'll be coming to right here. However, another thing that I realized, and I 100% forgot about, or I thought it was in a later update, but I can get Eyes of Ender from the villagers, which I totally forgot about. Which one are you? Is it this one? Yeah, 7 emeralds. Cool. And yeah, I still didn't get the wheat villager, which is a shame, but I got a couple of good villagers that actually work well. Now, in the future, I like to use Bottle enchanting to repair my stuff when I'm out in the wild. If, for example, my elytra is gonna break, I tend to break out Bottle enchanting, or if I need to repair a tool or something. So I always had a shulker box of Bottle enchanting. But I'm hoping that A, this works, and I'll get some iron from it. But on top of that, I need to make a villager breeder specifically to grab the villagers. Now, I need to figure out exactly a good way to do that. If I'm understanding it correctly, since there's no entity cramming right now, basically I could move 57 blocks away from what is now considered a village. From there, make a separate breeder with, these villagers. Probably 2 that I actually don't mind getting rid of, like you and I guess you. Although I do want more white coats, but yeah. Either way. So I need to figure out how to do that. I'm pretty sure you can just basically put the doors underground and then put villagers on top or something like that, and they'll just start breeding. So it shouldn't be too hard, and currently with the limited redstone that I have, I should still be able to make it somewhat automatic-ish, but I am quite excited right now. I got pretty much everything that I wanted. I tried a version of an iron farm, and it didn't work. Basically what I was going to do is put a roof on top of the area that I had here, and just hope that the golems spawned on top, but they didn't seem to want to spawn up there, so either way, I already had this one mostly built, but it was just a thought I tried. Well, it works. So we have a lava blade right down there. And let's head over here. The iron should be coming right out there. You can kind of see the flicker of the flames. Hopefully it makes it around the corner. Maybe. Oh, wait, I know what I did. I know what I did wrong. I put the string nets. Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. So it works. All of it works. Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. So now we're just gonna wait. Not gonna be super fast, but it's iron. Yes! Okay. So here we are in the creative world. I wanted to muck about with a breeder design thing that I wanted to just give a shot. Now this does work, putting them just in a container here surrounding my doors and just waiting, but it's the retrieval part that I find difficult. So I want to try something a little different. I'm sure if I looked up literally anything, I could probably find it pretty quick, but I want to see if my idea would work, and it's just a bit quicker to do it in creative. Alright. So the idea is very simple, in theory. So considering that we don't have dispensers that I can easily craft, and that'd be a lot of exploring to find the amount of dispensers that I would need, we're going to go with pistons. They'd be down. Okay, so we need to. Yeah. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Kind of. So it's going to be the same sort of design that we have for releasing the water for the wheat field. However, this time it's going to be on a timer as well. So the biggest problem maybe. Here, let's do this. I genuinely have zero clue if this is actually going to work the way I want it to. But I wanted to try this for a few days now. Okay. So if we do that, and then we can... Okay, that's an option. Oh, they have a block update, and they... Okay. So that's probably not the best idea. So the idea is pretty simple here. Just going to have the timer go off periodically to hopefully flush some baby villagers down here into here, where then I can grab them with a minecart, is the hope. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. Wait, is there... Oh, they do have the minecart furnace, okay. That would have helped when I was transporting those villagers. That would have definitely helped. As I was hopping back into the LP, I was browsing YouTube, and all of a sudden the recommended popped up an old villager breeder by Tango Tech. And it seems to work. It's slow to get going, but from what I've seen, once it gets fully going, it's pretty consistent with getting the villagers going up. I, for some reason, spaced on using the water to get the villagers up and out. I thought about using it to, like, bring them down, but it just totally spaced that you could use it to have them actually go upwards. Now, so far my only confusion is why he only put 6 doors on the bottom. I thought you needed much more... I thought you needed more doors. And so, unless the doors are only for the golems, which I guess would make sense. So, either way, what I'll probably do is possibly build both of them, because I do like mine. However, I do like the automaticness of this. Since I am searching for the one villager that has wheat, it'd be nice to have the sorting come out and do that. So if anything, I'll build this one up and then just let it run overnight, because it's going to take a while to populate. That is a fact. It's going to be a while. And you're supposed to have water in the 4 corners, pushing them into the corner, or pushing them into the middle. However, I wanted to see if letting them free roam might increase the odds or the quickness of it. I'm not exactly sure, but I figured it was worth a shot because it seemed very slow. So I think we're going to build this one first, and then I do want to build mine, mostly just for fun. But this one I was also thinking of putting at the main base and using the tower to kind of cover it, or at least cover the tunnel to get it up. Because Tango recommended putting it at basically bedrock. So there's options, but I do like the automaticness of this one. So we'll probably build up this one and then just go from there. I'll just have to AFK for a while. And yeah, we'll figure it out. The breeder is built. Now it's just a waiting game, which I'll just leave it AFK for a while, and hopefully it populates to the extent that I'm hoping it does, because I'm very determined to get villagers to trade for emeralds. I just need to finish off the top of the farm. It's a very simple design, but simple is usually the best. You have a villager down there. I'm guessing the villager near the doors makes it a village, like a true village somehow, is my assumption. We have the passages up here, which are for the villagers to travel. And they go up there, and they fall down here. Which is where I have a minecart track hooked up, so when they start piling up, all I have to do is run a minecart in there, grab one, bring it over here, see if I want them, and if I do, put them somewhere. If not, they retire. That's pretty much it. But I'm gonna let this thing run. And while that's going, I'm going to be getting iron. And please breed. I need to make sure they at least make one baby, so I at least know this thing works. But it was working in the creative, so in theory it should work now. I've been seeing heart, but I have yet to see the child. So mistakes were made. I kind of didn't think to yeah, I didn't think they'd breed this fast, so we're gonna have to cull the herd. A lot. Oh, the frames. The frames. Or lack thereof. Oh my god. We're... I'll basically be starting from scratch, I think. Oh well. Oh my gosh. How many are there? Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Just gonna let that clear out. Typically, you're not supposed to be getting the children, but I think that's also because they're being burned. So that's kind of my thought. Okay. Well, now I just have a little mess to clean up, and I'll be good to go. Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm going to go through the process of, well, trying to get the villager that I want. So, this will be a while. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. And take care of yourself.